like a.
And you always forgive me for all the things that I ever done. And you've been by my side through the struggles and the fears I had, even the darkest one. And every time I touch your eye, I feel like I'm just holding back, because my heart's so glad. It don't matter what we did, you the wife of my life and the mother of my kids. Give you the stars, the wind, the moon, the rain, and the mountains. I'll give you the world. Of course, things are, excuse me, y'all. Of course, things are a lot different in every aspect, I would think, you know what I'm saying? Or at least majority of the aspect, because things evolve so much as times go. And then you do have those occasions where some things never change. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, you're going to have the next generation a little bit faster, a little bit smarter, a little bit naive, a little bit everything that we were, the generation before, the generation after, gonna be that plus one. So if it's a little bit more naive, if it's a little bit more clever, they're gonna have just a little bit faster, a better shortcut than we used to have. You know, it's just like that. One thing I can say that change drastically is like don't even exist no more is the junkies. The junkies, man, like they was in my generation of coming up, man, they was heroic. That might seem funny to some of y'all, man, but those junkies, man, those crackheads, man, they used to do things that an ordinary person wouldn't do. And on top of it, they didn't have to be high or on crack to do these things, man. They were just, to me, they were just the ones that I grew up around. You know what I'm saying? The Jameses, the Ezocs, and you know what I'm saying? The Frederick Harpers, you know. Big shots out to everybody I just named on my partners right now to this day, man. Doug, you know, some of them got off for it, living good, married, you know what I'm saying? So, but you cannot, you know, we spent time out there together. It's memories, man, good and bad. And those are something that you can't take away. You know, of course, you know, those are something you can't take away. And some of the things that those junkies did out there, man, right now to this day still is locked in my memory, and some even in my heart. You know what I'm saying? And you know the reason why they still well respected and get treated how they get treated by me, my family, my homies from the hilltop. You know what I'm saying? But I remember a situation where we had this cop. And I think his last name was Officer Grill. Yeah, Officer Grill. And he was a well-known officer in College Park Project at the time. You know, peace out, Officer Grill. What's up, homie? And he had a son that just came on the force. So, you know, he was Officer Grill too. But he was a rookie, little fat, pudgy cop. You know what I'm saying? And he used to patrol the hilltop, my set, most of the time, more than any other area, man. Like I said, you know, we was on the uprise at the time. You know, my cousin, Lil C, and you know, you had Nari up there, you know, Romeo, you know, Yella. So it was true hustling, and the hilltop was on the rise, you know what I'm saying, of, you know, making a bigger name for, you know, themselves, for ourselves, you know what I'm saying. And this cop knew that it was a lot of drugs being sold up there on the hill. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he was a heavy set cop. Dealing with the guys over in in the projects across the street. The projects spanned out. You know what I'm saying? And you get to running. You got to get out that car, and he had to, them guys, they going through the cuts, they running through, like that right now. It was a lot of space. The project was big. The hilltop was more compact. You know what I'm saying? You had your cuts in the back, rather jump over the fence and run through the back, all like that right there on the hilltop. But the project was bigger and it was spaced out, it was spacious. So you got to get your footwork together if you're gonna run after my homies in College Park Project. You know what I'm saying? So he patrolled the hilltop a lot. He knew that he could park here, walk through the cut, jump out and come around this way like a maze, the hilltop, you come out this way, and go through this way, and catch us gambling, our backs turned, however. So he was one of those cops at Wells too, because of his anatomy. So he was, heavy set. So the running and all that, he was one of those ones that tried to be clever. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he caught too many people, to be honest with you, man. But this one day, he got lucky. And he ended up catching my uncle, my youngest uncle, on the hilltop at the time, you know what I'm saying? My Uncle Chris. He ended up catching my Uncle Chris down and dirty. My Uncle Chris had like 60 sacks, dime sacks of hard in his pocket. And that cop somehow snuck up on him and grabbed him. He was trying to jake away from the cop. That initial jake, that be your jake. If you don't get away off that initial jake, jerk, however you want to say it, then you know that you finna have to struggle with this cop. Straight up and down. That's why, me personally, I only got caught on that one time. Any other time, police grabbing me, that jaking away. See, I had learned from it, and that's how I got caught. He grabbed me, and I tried to jake like that. He still had me. So I started slapping the hand down. Ha! Oh! Then he hit me. Boy, you gonna get it anyway. Ha! Hand on me, man. For real. Then I take out running. They always hit me with aggravated assault on the police officer. I had a couple of them. But he grabbed my uncle's shirt, and my uncle tried to jake away, and he couldn't get off that. He had a grip. His name was Grip. His name should have been Officer Grip. He had my uncle's shirt. He was pulling it down. For real. I'm on the bottom of the hill. I stayed at the bottom of the hilltop. I'm looking up. They at the top of the hilltop. Up there. My grandmama stayed up there. And it's a steep hill. And it's a down that one mat before you get, when it turn out flat, it's still grass right there. It's a playground right there. So you go back up that playground, that's a deep hill, sidewalk, parking lots where all the cars at. So all the cars parked, you got apartments back here. You behind the car now looking at this tag, you on the sidewalk. Now, that's a little grass right there, that hill goes straight down, like that. Meaning like, if you standing right there and talking to somebody and trip it, cause they end up putting a fence right there. Cause it was a hill, it was dangerous. Hilltop. So, he on that hill, he trying to take away from him, and he pulling his shirt. He can't get away from him. And they both fall and roll down that hill. I'm looking at them. They rolling down like, dang, he got my uncle. He got him. He must got something on him. And that's all I'm saying. He must, even when he pulling his shirt, I'm like, he must got something on him. He trying to get away. Dang, and I'm in shock. All this going on. And they rolled down that hill, and when they rolled down that hill, how my uncle land is flat on his stomach. And the last roll put the cop on top of his back. So you got my uncle laying flat like this, and when they stop, boom, the officer last movement, he on his back now. And now it's like he on his back with both of his knees. but he unbalanced a little bit, and my uncle's hands are moving. So I remember that cop putting that one leg down to get the balance, and he's telling him, put his hand behind his back, put his hand. And I see both of my uncle's hands go back. I'm thinking he put them behind his back, but he gave him one, and he went in his pocket with the right hand. And then when the cop tried to grab that hand right there coming out the pocket, he put strength on this hand, which got the handcuff on it, and brought both of them back up like this. So now the police trying to get his hand back, handcuffed dangling off this, trying to get his hands back. Screaming like that. It's a junkie that just walked up, like coming from a cousin Charles store or something, walking through the project, walking through the hilltop, walking through the parking lot, over the sidewalk, and happened to look down the hill. He see the police car, because the police car parked up there somewhere. But he just walking through. His name was James. What's up, James? I don't know who he got here. James been down by 10, 13 years. But I talked to him like 2020, something like that. Maybe 21, he was still down, I don't know. But James happened to come to the top of the hill and look down at that cop on my uncle's back. And my uncle struggling. My uncle and James caught eye contact. It was like this, some type of telekinesis. They had it. They was speaking to each other, bro. Police on the back, bro. Police on the back. He look up at James. He got a dope in the hand. He said, throw it. Just like that. James come flying down the hill. Scoop it up before it even hit the ground. Like crack man. Hey, y'all. My uncle and my partner, because my partner still right to the day, James. They caught eye contact. He understand what's going on. You talking about heroic. My uncle look at him. He come flying down that hill. It was perfect timing. He come flying down that hill. I was like, he like, I'll tell you how it was. He come, y'all know Black White stupid. He throw it. He come run down that hill. He was an athlete too, Jay Ward. Come run down that hill. He was like, crack man. Like Batman, it was crack man. But he caught the dope. Man. Like I said, about 50, 60 sacks. Caught it mid-air. Don't lose scribe. Walk the page. Hey, and keep chucking, man. Boom, gone with the dope. My uncle just got a obstruction charge. They try to do aggravated assault on police officers, but that don't never stick, because we won't be assaulted them. You know what I'm saying? Being real. But they just charged him with obstruction. You know what I'm saying? I think he probably got a lottery or something, but that always lose too, because his mama stayed there, my grandma. But he ended up, coming right back home off that. That wasn't that obstruction, whatever, boom, little fine, and he's straight. And then James gonna see him within a few hours and bring the whole bond back. Boy, bring all 50, 60 sacks. He gonna give them to my aunt. My aunt gonna pour out half for him. Give him half. You can have half of these things, man. I'm give them, say they get back right though. I just had to pay the bond, but James like back. What? That's what I'm talking about. Heroic, man. It's real. Man, thank y'all. I know y'all got some stories. Somebody give me one. Give me one in the comment. Heroic junkie. Right here, College Park, man. Here, live, exclusive. OG Black Bart3700 TV and film producer Don Trees Knox, College Park, stand up. And all that you wish
the day that I die, with a tear in your eye. Oh, you always told me that you leave it and there's no coming back.